In this video, we'll go over a couple different warm-up exercises for golfers. When we look at the golf swing, we want to make sure that we have good T-spine mobility and good hip mobility, as that'll help generate a little bit more power through our golf swing, but it'll also help alleviate some of the pain and tightness that occurs in the low back after 18 holes of golf. We'll start off with the foam rolling exercise for mid-back extension. I'll start with the foam roller at the base of my rib cage. I'll pick my hips off of the ground and then slowly roll up towards the base of the neck and then return back towards the base of the rib cage. Mid-back extension is important for the golf swing because if we can't extend through the mid-back, we'll compensate through the low back, which can lead to low back pain. Next, we'll go into mid-back rotation. I'm going to be on my side with my leg propped up on a foam roller. That'll help lock out the low back. If you don't have a foam roller, you can also just place the leg on the ground to lock out the low back. I'll have my hands together and then I'll just slowly rotate and try to bring my shoulder back towards the ground, following my hand with my eyes. This is another example, so from the other direction, so that we could see that shoulder going towards the ground. When we're in that end range position, we'll take a nice couple deep breaths in and just slowly relax, letting that shoulder drop down towards the ground. We don't want to force the motion, so we just want to kind of relax into it to get mobility in that mid-back. Also focus more on the shoulder than on the hand. If we're trying to focus on the hand too much, we'll put too much pressure on the shoulder, which can lead to a little bit of pain on the front side of the shoulder. Next, we'll transition into some warm-up exercises for hip mobility. We'll start off with a foam rolling exercise for the glutes. I'll sit on the foam roller at about a 45-degree angle. I'll cross that leg over the other leg and then just slowly roll from about the belt line down towards the top of the hamstring. I can also rotate my body left and right so I can get the inside and outside portions of the glute. This is just another angle so you can see about 45 degrees, and then I'm slowly rotating a little bit so I'm getting the outside portion and also the inside portion of the glute as well. Next, we'll do a combination drill, so this will get actually some mid-back rotation and also hip mobility as well. This is called the Bretzel exercise. I'm going to lay on my back. As you can see, I'm grabbing my top leg with my hand that's on the ground, and then with my other arm, I'm grabbing my foot, so I'm getting a quad stretch on the bottom leg, and then a glute stretch on the top. This is just another angle so you can see the hand placement again. When you're in this position, we just want to take some nice deep breaths in, relax into it, pulling your leg up towards your chest, and then also pulling the other leg towards the glute so you're amplifying the stretch a little bit, and then letting that shoulder drop towards the ground like we did for the T-spine rotation exercises earlier. The next warm-up exercise is the 90-90 hip mobility exercise. I'm going to be sitting on the ground with both knees bent to 90 degrees. I'm going to work external and internal rotation of the hips as they're both involved with the golf swing. So as you can see, I'm going to transition over to the other side, and then I'm going to lean forward, so I'm working on external rotation of the front hip, and then I'll lean towards the back knee, which is going to work on internal rotation of the back hip. And then again, I'll just transition from side to side so that I'm working both hips and getting some good mobility on both sides. And finally, we'll transition to some more dynamic hip mobility exercises. So we're just going to do some standing hip rotations. And first, we're going to start off with external rotation. So bringing my knee up straight in front of me and then rotating it out, trying to keep the torso upright so all the motion comes from the hip and there's no compensations through the torso. And then we'll simply just reverse the motion so that we're working on internal rotation. Now we have the knee starting in the out position, so it's to my side, and then bringing it in towards midline. Again, starting off slow and then gradually increasing the speed as we get more warmed up.